Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining on time.
Hi
Hello.
Tanu,
Hi,
hi
Salim. Hi,
everyone.
Ayushi. Hi, Deepa. Hi, Saili. Hi, Shalini. Hi, Isha, Nitika.
Good evening, Tanu.
Good evening. Okay, so I think we should, in the interest of time and those who have joined on time, we should begin the session. And let's begin with welcoming everyone here. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And it is a big day for our graduates, and I think for me too, because this is the second cohort that is graduating today. Before we get into the graduation, let's let's just understand the agenda of this session, and let's begin with a centering uh, activity which will bring us back into this room. I know everyone has been busy, and thank you for taking time out from your busy schedules and joining in today. I know many people have crunched it and have joined in. So let's begin with, I'll just share my presentation so that we can go and follow the, okay, everyone can see my screen. So the agenda is simple. We, uh, we just start with a centering activity, and we understand as in what is this program that we are creating such a hype about, and why somebody is graduating out from this program. There is a keynote address by a eminent speaker who will be joining us shortly, and we'll be going through the experiences of our graduates, how they crushed it through this past 6 months. And there is a launch announcement, and we'll be closing this session with love and gratitude. So, quick understanding why we are centering. The beginning and end of any transformation is self-awareness. And we begin every journey with self-awareness. And the same goes to the session that we begin this session with grounding and self-awareness. So I'll be sharing, or I'll be taking you through a very simple centering activity. It is called a three-dimensional breath for conscious presence, just to bring ourselves and enjoy this whole 1.5 hour session for ourselves today. So wherever you're sitting, just uh, just relax, drop your things that you have in your hand. You can drop your specs. You will not need it for some time, like 1 or 2 minutes till we next 5 minutes till we finish this. And just relax yourself in the chair, just seat yourself, and welcome to this moment of presence. Just roll your shoulders and drop it back so that we are not slouching. And we'll just stretch our neck a bit so that we are just beginning to get into this presence. So today we celebrate transformation, both what has already occurred and what is yet to come. So let us begin with a three-dimensional breath, centering, sitting comfortably with your spine in your natural S shape. So if you need any support for your lower back, you please take it. You don't have to like sit too straight. You will end up hurting your back. So just keep your spine erect in the sense that it falls in its natural S curve. Allow your shoulders to relax and place your hand either on your knees or in your lap. Close your eyes. First, bring your awareness to the base of your spine and your lower abdomen. As you breathe in, Just feel this breath filling this foundation area, the base of your spine and your lower abdomen. Just breathe in a natural rhythm. Don't try to breathe too heavy or deep. Imagine roots extending from your body into the earth, grounding you in stability and presence. And just take a moment to experience these growing roots for the next three breaths. As you grow your roots into Mother Earth, Mother Earth grounds you in stability and steadiness. Now, slowly expanding your awareness to include your heart center. As you inhale, feel the breath filling both your lower abdomen and now rising into your heart space. With a gentle breathing rhythm, feel the quality of your heart space and welcome openness, compassion, and your authentic self, and feel the self awakening here. Gently be aware of this space, your heart space, for the next three breaths. Maintaining your natural breathing rhythm, not too fast, not too slow, not too deep, just your regular rhythm of breath. Extend your awareness upward to include your throat, mind, and the crown area. Your breath now flows in three dimensions from your foundation, that is the base of your spine, through your heart, and up to your higher awareness, to the crown of your head. And experience breathing in the space for three breaths. With every breath, experience this full three-dimensional breath a complete flow of energy from earth up to heaven, connecting all aspects of your being. And notice how this breath connects you to your deepest wisdom while remaining firmly grounded in present reality. And as you observe this connection, pause and breathe here for 5 breaths. Just experiencing this gentleness of your breath moving from your foundation, from the base of your spine, through your heart, through your crown. Set an intention for a time together, an intention to be fully present, to celebrate genuinely, and to receive the insights that will serve your continued growth. Hold this intention in your heart as we transition into our celebration and gently bring your awareness back to the room where you're sitting, back to this community gathered in celebration. And thank you for beginning our time together with this moment of conscious presence. Thank you so much. Whenever you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and let's begin the session. How's everyone doing today? You can switch on your mics and tell, or you can put it up in the chat. How is the evening today? Busy or relaxed?
Busy evening, Tanu.
I get it. I get it. Thank you, Deepa. Thank you for joining in spite of the busy schedule.
No worries.
Um, how's everyone else? How's the Josh? High, low, medium, okay, okay.
The end of the
Oh,
day, so and I'm also in a public place, so I couldn't sit through the meditation completely. But I'm actually excited. I was looking forward to this also. So it's a mixed
awesome.
bucket.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Celine. So let's begin. I'll just take you through a little bit of a um, understanding about what we are doing today. So, Simply Mindful is a community circle. Um I began this
Let your
community.
music taste shine with premium.
Oops,
Host a
sorry.
jam with your friends and share your favorite songs with the entire squad.
Sorry. Okay. So, a little bit about Simply Mindful Circle. Simply Mindful Circle began in 2020, just when the lockdown started. And that was the beginning of my journey as a coach. And we began this circle, community circle in with a vision of supporting uh, the the grand breakdown of things that had happened during 2020, and when all the professionals, entrepreneurs, everyone was suffering, losing their jobs, and going into an understanding of what mental health is at that time. And that is when this group was started as a support system, to be able to see different perspectives and hold on to our space and energy as we moved on through the COVID. We have come a long way. It's 5 years, and we have worked with different professionals, different individuals, just to understand and see how the human behavior at some point, converges to the point that everyone is looking for well-being and happiness. The reason why we are doing our jobs, the that we are doing, or the businesses that we are running, is to come to a space of experiencing happiness. And hence, my basic motto has been to work towards bringing you back to neutral, because we have understood that as we work more harder, and we do not give ourselves the time to recover and get into the space of, uh, even if you're self-aware, you're not able to bring yourself into that space of neutrality where you will reduce the feeling of stress or burnout that you're experiencing. This community came out uh, because I went through my corporate journey and my entrepreneurial journey and experienced severe burnout stress, even post COVID. And that is why this space is very sacred and important for me. To create this space took a long time, and to support people. And I don't know whether I'm doing a great job, but I know that I'm there for anyone who needs or wants to talk and create that support system for themselves. So, about myself, a little quickly, I'm a lifelong learner. Dance and handcrafting are my meditations, and I'm passionate about sustainability. I used to work as in my earlier avatar before my coaching journey. I was the founder of a denim upcycling venture called as Karashil Creations Private Limited. And um, I am working now for the past 5 years as an energy mindset coach. My journey began when I wrote my book, Bring Out That Red Lipstick, when that got published. And then I realized that there is a lot more to do and to touch more people's lives. And hence, the coaching journey began for me. I have been working in the corporate for almost a decade, and a decade of my social entrepreneurial journey through Karashil, and before and after. I think it has been throughout. Since 2005, I've been working in different energy healing modalities, practiced Vipassana, and many other different modalities that I have now lost count of. And my credentials are both in coaching and in energy healing uh, therapies, and I work I use different modalities, and I don't follow like one specific modality. I love to put in the bhelpuri of all modalities to see what suits the best for my clients and coaches. Simply Mindful was incubated in NSRCL IMB under the Women Startup Program. And I'm glad that I got that support, because knowing how to run a community was a tough job, and I think I got a great deal of support through this incubation that. So, what is conscious energy leadership? Uh, I know many of you are thinking this is a celebration, and we are celebrating today the graduates of our signature program, what the Conscious Energy Leadership Program. It's called the TCEL program, and this is a 6 month program that we have been working on. And first, I would like to give a small uh, idea about what conscious energy leadership is. The vision to begin this program was to create a global network of conscious leaders who are anchored in their energy potential. We talk about uh, reaching our highest potential. When I speak about potential, I speak about energy potential, because once you release that energy potential, you will know exactly the ripples that will create in your life in different areas of your life. Um, the idea is to create a ripple effect of mindful, conscious leadership to inspire growth, sustainability, innovation, and well-being in the leaders' lives and organizations. Our mission is to enable leaders to tap into their unique energy map using the Inner Shakti blueprint. That is part of my book, Bring Out That Red Lipstick, Unlocking the Success and Well-being Through Energy Aligned Leadership Approach to foster empathy, sustainability, and impactful change. Now, why is this in picture? I'll be explaining it in a few moments more, because this is very important for me to understand that why we are doing what we are doing. So, I want everyone to answer this question. Are leaders born or made? You can quickly unmute and share whatever you feel, or you can write in the chat. Both.
She made.
Made.
They may be born with the potential, but that potential needs to be shaped. So they are made.
Made. Isha says both. Celine says both. Siley says made. Anyone? Like you all rightly said, Vaishnavi says both. Like you all rightly said, leadership is a product of nature and nurture. Is our personality is a function of our genetic nature that we have inherited from our ancestors, and the upbringing or the environment in which we are nurtured. And hence, it is very important to understand that this interplay of your inherited tendencies, the genetic makeup, and your life experiences brings out the behavior that you are seeing today. So, a quick understanding into what we are doing in the Conscious Energy Leadership Program. Now, traditional psychodynamics talks about uh, you having pain or trauma or some childhood, challenges that you have gone through. And it talks about fear, scarcity, and how to overcome this fear and scarcity, because everyone has developed a certain coping mechanism, and how to cope through this, we create our shields, our defense mechanisms, and this leads to our personality traits and behaviors. So, this is how traditional psychodynamics works. What we work what we work towards is to understand what is your soul essence, what is your motivation in life, what is it that is under the water in the hidden part of the iceberg that is motivating you to create something bigger than yourself. And that happens when your self-worth is you have identified your self-worth, created a mindset to support a personality that exudes the behavior that gives the outcome, the result, and the responses that we are experiencing. Understand that your results are directly proportional to your self-worth. Your results will never exceed your self-worth. The event or the situation that has happened and the response, not the reaction, but the response that you give towards it, will decide the outcome of your event. And why why are we speaking about this? Why are we speaking about the behaviors? What we see on the top of the iceberg is mostly the behavior. This person spoke this person behaved like this is the attitude that this person carries. What we are not seeing is the motivation or the self-worth that that person carries, or the soul essence of that person, to determine whether this behavior is just a superficial uh, shield that they are using, or they are really very deep inside. There is something that is motivating them, something that they are deprived of that is creating this kind of a behavior. So, what lies underwater is something that we miss most of the times, but what we see above the water is what is created as a picture of the person. They say it is lonely at the top, and as we climb our success ladders in our careers, in our lives, and facing competitions, we need more, not less support. We need more support to manage our time, money, resources, and energy. Now, more than ever, we need to strengthen our fourth pillar that is called energy. While time, money, resources are replenishable, and even if you have those, and if you don't have your fourth pillar energy, the foundation which holds these three other pillars, if this is not taken care, it is very difficult to sustain your productivity and peak performance. And that is where I love to talk about sustainability. Where is our energy draining? We are living in a VUCA world. V, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. And while we are living in this very uncertain world, how do we navigate it? The amount of stress that we are experiencing today is much more than what our parents or the forefathers have experienced. And this stress causes overwhelm, decision fatigue, and eventually burnout. A question that I want everyone to know or answer or ask today from my side is, are we operating from the zone of fear or scarcity, or are we operating from the zone of excellence? When we say leadership, it is not an external designation or a role. It is not a role that you're playing in your career, in your job, or the role that you're playing in your business. That is an extrinsic uh, idea. But how are you leading yourself through this life, inside out, with authentic presence and alignment? I am speaking about that inner leadership. Everything that is a result of vibration. And if you don't like the result, you simply need to change the vibration. That's all. That's all. It sounds so simple. Everything is a result of vibration. But if you don't like the result, you need to change the vibration. That's it. It's very simple. But what is simple is not easy. It's not easy to do, and hence we struggle to bring that alignment back, to get ourselves on track whenever we go off track or get derailed. That is where I keep talking about energy, 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 and many people keep asking me, what do you mean by energy balance? What kind of energy balance are you talking about? Do you mean that my physical energy should be balanced with my mental energy? Yes, in a way, yes. But these are all something that you are experiencing. You can experience your physical energy. You might experience your mental and emotional energy when you see that when you're drained out, you might feel that I'm not able to work too much today. The day when you're so happy and joyful, you won't even know how your physical energy has carried you through that day. You might even want to, you might be overstimulated and might want to work more, in fact. That is how our energy in the gross system makes us experience different emotions. When I speak about energy, my my favorite work that I do a lot into, and where I started in my book, because this was not something that I have picked up um, knowingly. It came to me when I was writing this book, Bring Out That Red Lipstick, and I till then I was not aware about experiencing energy from this angle. I'm speaking about the divine masculine energy and the feminine energy. We are all uh, in the laws of duality. There are 12 laws of universe. Now, one of the law of universe is the law of gender that talks about the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And these in tantric philosophies are called as Shiva Shakti energies. In Chinese philosophy, it is called as yin yang energy. And these are the energies which are not particularly limited to a particular gender. It is that both men and women experience both these energies within them. If you have seen the pictures of Ardhanarishwar, you would see half Shiva, half Shakti. And that is where the depiction of having this dual energy within us. Now, what do these energies do? The masculine energy, they stand for action. It is a very linear energy. It makes you do. It creates strength. It helps you to survive. It is, it is meant to keep you safe. It is logical, analytical, very structural. The whole world order is created out of the masculine energies of doing. And this doing energy helps us to move forward. We are not the same people who we were 5 years back or 10 years back. We have moved much further ahead. And this is what the masculine energy helps us to do. The other energy, which is the most neglected energy, is the feminine energy or the Shakti energies that we have within us. And this energy is something that we miss looking at. And this is where most of the issues crop up. And I work specifically in the area of feminine energy management because once this is balanced, you will see a different masculine energy coming out, and the harmony between this masculine and feminine energies will actually help you to gain that balance and harmony in your different areas of your life. What does the feminine energies do? The feminine energies are creative energies, empathy, nurturing, receptive, knowing, and these are fluid energies. It can just help you to understand who you really are. It talks about your being. So, if this doing and being energy, just imagine, visualize in your head, if this doing and being energies are balanced, just imagine how do you get through your whole day? How do you get through your whole week? How do you get through your whole month? How would you present yourself at your work, in your relationships, with with your colleagues, with your friends? How would you bring yourself out in with your best possible energy? And this is the energy potential that I'm trying to get out for each of you. Balancing. So when it came to this, I created this inner Shakti framework. This is from my book, Bring Out That Red Lipstick. It speaks about these two frameworks that I have worked on. This is uh, the inner Shakti framework of loving yourself. So there are three areas in which you start working, beginning with being aware about yourself, who you are, what you are, and why you do the things you do, knowing more about yourself, and then loving yourself. Because if these three areas are not taken care, that balance will not be achieved. And that balance is also achieved adding the nine soulful living principles of loving yourself, receiving with gratitude as much as giving is a bigger activity that usually people end up doing, but receiving is something that people miss. Listening to yourself, single tasking, decluttering and detoxing, creating a vulnerable space for yourself, creating the flow in your work, in your life, the dynamism, and nurturing your network. These are the nine soulful living principles that create this balance for feminine energies. So just a quick outline about what this program. So this is what we were. So this is what the whole bigger idea is, and how what we went through this program was creating that energy foundation, bringing the alchemy of this both masculine and feminine energies together, and seeing how to build our energy leadership from a more conscious and authentic space rather than a overly masculinized space. This energy foundation, energy alchemy, and energy leadership are three phases that we are working in the 6 months. 2 months each, we go in from level one, energy foundation, to level two, energy alchemy, to level three, energy leadership. Now, who can use this? Whoever is an aspiring leader who are in mid career or maybe getting into a leadership position, entrepreneurs, startup founders, organizational senior leadership who is, like I said, it's lonely at the top. This is where this program can be used. The idea is to increase your leadership effectiveness, not just outer but inner, not just surviving but thriving, creating quality decisions and not getting under decision fatigue, creating an authentic presence for yourself, And the major thing is stress reduction and well-being. Once that is taken care, you will see an automatic uh, you will see the growth, your performance, and your productivity going up. So quick benefits. We all come with a lot of baggage from our past, with limited beliefs, mindsets, personal biases that we have carried with us. It is time to break that, and that is where this program will benefit you. It is not just a mind body alignment, it's a mind body energy alignment for sustainable leadership. We use evidence based neuroscience techniques for habit building, and the peer learning circle, the accountability that happens between the group, brings in a different kind of an energy. I always love the group energy because when I'm down, and if I enter into a group which is like a very excited, enthusiastic group, I can immediately pick my energy up, and it is easier to do with a group rather than trying to do it all alone. So I would like to invite at this point. I have been speaking about inside out transformation, and that has been the core of this work that I have been doing. I want to invite an eminent speaker today. She has dedicated over a decade um, to programming machines, yet she felt a deeper calling towards impacting human potential. Driven by a higher purpose, she transitioned into a career focused on transforming lives by helping individuals unlock their true potential. And I connected with her because we share this uh, history with each other. Since 2006, she has been actively training and mentoring and working with educational institutions and corporate organizations. Her work spans a diverse range of fields, and she has had the privilege of training professionals and students globally, including in countries like Canada, China, France, India, Japan, Malaysia, and Philippines and Singapore, and the USA. She was living in US, and she has recently moved back to India because India is the land of divine. And through the tailored programs and deep understanding of human potential, she continues to inspire and elevate minds, empowering individuals to reach their highest aspirations. I like to welcome LakshmiPriya uh, to take up this topic. She's going to speak on this important topic of mastering your inner world to transform your outer impact. And here I give the platform to you. Um, Please go ahead, Lakshmi Priya. Welcome to the Simply Mindful
Thank you,
community.
Tanushree.
Let's start with your talk. Lakshmi, I know you have been working and specifically working a lot in early education, and she's a brilliant teacher from that aspect that she has created. She has simplified, not even like she doesn't need any complicated understanding. Her simplification of math concepts and simplifications of other spiritual concepts for children and adults has really gained her a lot of accolades. She's a founder at Take Your Flight and a co-founder at Self to Self. She's a board of director in Shakti Foundation. And apart from her background in BE, MBA, MSc, I think what stands out for her is the early childhood education and the Indian knowledge. I mean, simplifying the Indian knowledge systems, the Indic wisdom that she has been carrying from so long. So over to you, Lakshmi Priya. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Tanushree. Can you please have some co-host permission if I want to use a whiteboard or it's
Okay.
presentation?
Yes.
Thank you so much. 1 second, I'll end this. Greetings to you all. So I guess that Tanushree has already taken off you all with her mesmerizing presentation, with good PPTs, visuals, with her very sweet voice and everything. But I'm sorry to say, in none of the way I could replace her. I neither have a presentation for you, nor a very good voice of her, or like an energy of her. I'm completely so much different. But I make sure that you all don't sleep for the next 20 minutes because my voice is little bit quiet and it will not allow you to do so. So with that guarantee, we will start. And before I start up with the session, I would like to know how many leaders are here. 1, 2, 3. I was expecting the little one to raise the hand actually. She was catching my attention right from the beginning of the presentation. That's very nice. So, 2. Fantastic. Okay. So, Tanushree has given a very beautiful title, right? And when I thought about the title, like lot of thoughts actually rushed towards me. And I just want to start with one such question with you all. What is a leader? What is a leadership? According to you. I do not want the world's definition or somebody else's definition. I want your definition of, or I can just put a very small thing. What is the meaning of leader? What is the meaning of leadership?
It's an interactive session. You can unmute
Yeah.
and speak.
Tanushree is very good
So
in conducting meditation sessions, but I am not. Yes.
I
Shalini ma'am.
can answer for a leader. You can call me Shalini. That's fine, ma'am.
Yeah.
So I just want to describe leader is a person who inspires, like not, I would not say motivation, but inspire the team or where they are in the group to follow a direction with not all the clarity for the whole vision, but a little amount of clarity to the next step, giving them trust and empowering them with the knowledge what they should know to reach that step with their full potential, encouraging them, not from the just showing their path from the front, but just helping them move ahead along with them or at the end, like overseeing them. That is leader. But I don't know exactly what leadership and what is the difference actually. First time I'm
Okay.
hearing about the difference of leader and leadership.
Okay, no problem. It's nice to hear from you. Do you have any leadership roles in your academy?
No,
Okay.
no. We even though it says academy, we are completely into industrial training and technology, like AR, VR,
Oh,
designing. Yeah.
So
very
Shalini is
nice.
an entrepreneur and she has two more co-founders with her working in this company.
That's very nice.
Thank you, Tanu.
Yeah. Others?
Okay. For me, leader is somebody who takes charge of his or her own growth. And leadership is when I take charge of not just my growth, but my people, my community, my tribe. And that's how I
Okay.
differentiate between a leader and a leadership.
Okay. That's great. Any
Thank
others
you.
would like to share your views too?
I think leader is, and sorry, yeah,
can I
I'll just
go? Can I
complete.
go ahead?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I think leader is more of something which is very titular, it is a title. While leadership is something that anybody can do, anybody can demonstrate, irrespective of whether they have a title or not. And it is
Yeah.
a representation of a quality,
Mm.
leadership. So I may be a leader, but I may not demonstrate a single leadership quality. I feel that is a distinguishing factor. Thank you.
Okay. That's great.
Anyone
Anybody
else?
else?
Yeah, this is Nitika.
Mm.
So when you asked leadership, so just one thought came to my mind is that leader is is associated with a person, maybe,
Mm.
and leadership is the entire culture of leadership of an organization, probably. I mean, I think that is the difference between leader and
Okay.
leadership.
That's nice. So everyone have put your ideas, right? Okay. Why I ask this question is, when I asked this question before also to some people, what actually happened was many people started to distinguish between the two words. That's why I was like very clear in asking, what is the meaning of leader? What is the meaning of leadership? Right? So, do you remember in our school days there will be something like and synonyms, antonyms, 2 marks, 5 marks, something like that? We just give one word to it. But as days grow and we have accumulated with lot of ideas and other things, our perceive means how we perceive things actually starts to take a shape. And that is unique for each and everyone over here. Do you agree with that? If I ask the same question to the little one over here, she would have a little bit stared at me and turned towards the mouth. That's it, right? But a little bit girl of a elementary or a little bit middle school girl, they would have said me like, leader means person, leadership means quality. That's it. Right? But as we start to accumulate more and more things, the way we see things actually becomes what? In my opinion, a leader or a leadership or whatever it could be, it all depends on that individual, right? Who that individual is. A leader means it's simply like a light, or a leadership is also it's something like a light. Is there any definition for that? Oh, it gives brightness, it shows you other things. No, we don't market the light, right? The presence of light itself says a lot of things. So when I have worked with lot of leaders around in any organization, in the software industry or in the education industry and many things, what I felt is a leader never needs a designation or a role or anything. Only the presence of them matters a lot. It speaks. It speaks in their words, in their actions, in their momentum. And it's a favorite word of Tanushree. It is in their energy. What they carry along with. That matters. It is nothing wrong being a leader. It is nothing wrong being a follower. In which level we vibrate. Are we matching that frequency? That matters a lot. Whenever you are taking a step ahead, thinking about the evolution and going to the next step, you don't fit, right? Have you ever tried your next size shoe? We don't. Well, man, it's the same price. For same 9,999, they give this size also, the previous size also, your size also. Which do you pick?
The one
It's the
is
same
our
thing.
size. Yeah.
Huh?
We end up buying our size. We never buy a size bigger than us.
Bigger than or less than us, right? But when it comes to position, designation, and every other things, we sometimes try to do the next size, or we are like over humble and we say, oh, no, 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 I do not exaggerate myself. I will just hold on to this. That is where the energy misflow happens. You cannot vibrate at a level which is very much higher than you also. You cannot vibrate at a level which is very much below to your potential also. Here the contentment will be missing, there the frustration will be beginning. Oh, then you can ask, somebody is in the level of XY should remain only in that level, should not upgrade to the next level means? No, absolutely it is not. You can always raise your potential. You can always elevate yourself to the next level by bringing that inner things. We don't go and nourish every leaf in the plant, right? We just nourish the root, and the root is the one which nourishes the plant as a whole. Similarly, when you start transforming inner worlds, the impact is the change in your team or change with the people whom you're actually working with. Correct? So outer is the effect and inner is the cause for a change. Correct? So this is the thing. Now, if it is outer shelf, easily I can remove something, keep it, cover it, good. When it is inner, what can we do with it? And what does this inner actually mean? I can understand when somebody say the world, universe, US, Africa, Germany, Europe and all, right? But how does that inner world actually look like?
No clue unless you sit with
No
it.
clue. This actually thought happens to me when I was just like 10 years old. My mom and my sister was conversing something. So my mom was always saying that if we make some word out of it, or sometimes when we talk higher tone, she says that I have raised you in your room for 10 months. You know how hard we were carrying everything, and now after coming out, you just raise words on the people. On contrary, one day my sister, who was like very much joke, she never speaks a lot. She speaks very less. On contrary to me, she just said one thing: "Mom, do you know something? You were enjoying everything outer. Inner, do you know there is no AC, there is no fridge, there is no fan, nothing. Only darkness was there. Not even good space was there. I have to sit all the time like this in a very small space. And do you know how much difficult it was for us?" That actually made me think that we always think the other side is green, right? We never think from the shoes of the other people immediately. Instantly, it comes from our shoes only. So, what is this inner world actually made up of? Who are you? That was the time the actual question started in me. That time, my physics, science teachers, everyone thought like energy in the form of only battery cells. So, I never thought about myself as an energy being. So, what all we know about who are you? And also, of course, we are not like Ramana Maharishi, who can go very deep into who are you question also. So, what started for me as who are you was the first step of knowing about myself. So, slowly I started seeing that am I behaving the same in every situations? Is my response the same to each and everybody? Obviously, the answer came a big no, right? So, when a big no came, I started observing more about myself, the inner observation of it. So when I say the inner observation, obviously I could not go inside and see it. So the outer expression of me started showing my inner behavior. When I am in a good mood as a mother, my daughter break a glass bottle. Oh, daughter, is your hand hurt? No, right? Don't come near, I will clean it. When I'm in a urgent going for a conference or a meeting when the same thing comes, how many times I'm saying don't use glass? Can't you be careful? Right? The expression and the way we behave changes for the same circumstances also. So what is changing in ourselves? What do we carry in ourselves? Was a question of the start. When you start to see your behavior in the outer world, you will know more about that, what your inner world is doing in that point of time. What food makes you happy? Next time when you are happy, you are mapping to the same food. You get the craving of the food. Or when you are in a super sad situation also, when you need for happiness, you again go to that food. Like that, if you could see the music, the friends who you like to spend time, everybody comes. Whenever your inner world changes, you are trying to do something with that outer. Right. So if you could see, both this works in sync with both of them. So if you want to really bring the outer impact more, what else can you do to it? It is not that one thing that is going to become a great leader. If books can transform you, then the librarian is the first one should be transformed, right? He is the one who always has access to n number of books. Then it is not. Okay, if the teacher could change you, no, all the kids are not becoming the leader in the class. What can really change is who can transform a word or a deed to a deed can make it. Somebody could give you a blueprint. Somebody could give you a roadmap. Tanushree could give an excellent steps for you to do. 1, 2, 3, follow this. But only when you do it, it happens. So for you to do, what is the most essential need? First is your physical energy. That is where the ancient science of Ayurveda plays a better role. What is your Mula Prakriti? What can you do with that Prakriti? What you cannot do? First, you understand you with that limitation of what your body is supporting. Next is your relationship. Somebody from America or Africa cannot come and hit us on India. But easily your child could trigger you like in a minute. Your mother-in-law with a stare, she could make your mood off. Your husband with a simple of what a dish you prepared could make your day totally off. So it's all about the relationship who are in a very closer radius to you or in your frequently contacted list. What kind of relationship you are maintaining with them? That makes a lot of change in your mood swings. So they are the targets. Just mark 1, 2, 3. Who should be kept where? What type of relationship should you maintain with them? It's very actually easy. You always get into a wrong argument with somebody who is close in your home. Don't take their strongest area. Take their weakest area. When you talk about, what do you think about Ganga water getting purified? You never get a quarrel with them, right? Because they also have some XY opinions. You also don't get offended with them, but still you talk and maintain a good relationship, some laughter, some funs, everything. Correct? The third one is in which area you have to work. What are the skills needed for it? I have seen many parents complaining this to me. Madam, she's not even hearing to me. She's not even listening to me. She's just arguing with me for each and every word. She's just 5 years, but she's take my prana to that level. I just asked them, you are the one who is putting her in the speaking classes. Have you ever put her in the listening class? No, right? Have you ever taught your kid how to listen? No. You all want public speaking skills, but you're not ready to take it when the kid speaks in the home. No. When you put a different skill in the kid, don't expect a different thing. It is like putting a papaya seed and making an argument. No, no, the mango is not coming with this seed. So what skills you need and for what intent and what purpose? The third one is that one. And the fourth one is how much you are aware about yourself. Right? I have a habit of some friends. They go through all the menu card and they say chapati. One plate chapati. That's it. But from all the 10 pages they go through and we will be sitting very patiently. Will you give the menu card or not? Right? When you know about yourself very sure, you can order the chapati and you can keep seeing. But we don't. We still think that, oh, something could excite me more, right? It's about. But have you seen somebody, when the waiter come itself, they say, 2 plates of this, 1 vanilla ice cream, bring it to me at the end. That's it. They don't worry about it. Or other people are over smart, you know. What is special in your hotel? They are curious to eat the best what you can make. What the best I want, I will get it in my home. That's it. So how much you know about yourself, how you operate, when you operate, whom, with whom, how you change your that way. And again is the energy you carry. When I say energy, I generally go with the spiritual energy. Okay. And there also we do lot of mistake. I have people who sincerely pray for Hanumanji, Ayyappa, Mala, Vrata, and they pray for Vinayaka every Chaturthi Vrata, and they go and say that I want to get married soon. You understand? They're all going for the brahmacharya and they need a good married life. So no. Decide which energy you want at what period of time and go. That's why Sanatana Dharma has a variety of energies. Krishna as Radha Krishna, Krishna as Rajagopalacharya, Krishna as teacher, right? Bhagavad Gita Krishna, Bala Krishna, whom you want. So people who come for my pregnancy classes, first I ask, are you comfortable with Santana Gopala mantra or Garbharakshambiha mantra? Are you from a Vishnu Kotra or a Shiva Kotra? Because the Kotra is something which your lineage carries that energy. Because for me, every religion is same. Because I studied in a very proper Christian school. So always I used to read Bible for my 12 years of my life. Then I studied in a Muslim college. Then I have been exploring many. So for me, it's not a problem. Just say me your flavor. I will match which energy matches with you. So it is not that one thing. It's not that one anchor that could really make it out. Other talks, other classes, everything is like an instant dopamine which could give you. But when you work on all your levels, means your body, your mind, your intellectual area, your sense of self, and the conscious, the willpower can do it. And the best tool designed in the ancient was astrology, numerology kind of stuffs to say you that what energy you really carry and when you can manifest to. So these were the tools to give you the direction, and you are the key to open the leader in you. I wish that your inner blossom more and more so that outer people get the fragrance of it. You can never see a flower blooming from the outer, right? It blooms from the inner. The inner is the one which pushes the outer. And I wish you all in this Tritiya, let your inner blooms more and more. If you have any questions, I'm more happy to answer.
That was so beautiful. Uh, and today is a very auspicious occasion of Akshaya Tritiya. People talk about buying gold. The idea is to create abundance in your life on this specific day, not just through gold or wealth, but abundance of learning, the abundance of listening, the abundance of creating that space for others to create space for yourself also. And I think Lakshmi would be a better person to say tell the significance of today. Um, any thoughts around that, Lakshmi?
I would like to share one line which would be helpful. What do you want to receive in your life? Start giving that today. If you want to receive knowledge, give knowledge. If you want to receive finance, give finance. Why? Because that starts to vibrate from you and it makes a channel to the greater universe actually, so that the pathway started creating from you towards the external, right? So whatever space is created, universe always tries to fill it. So Tritiya is a day of growth. So whenever you feel that what you need in the life, start with giving. Give a small fractal amount of it. You want crores of rupees, you cannot donate crores of rupees, right? But a small amount can be given. Give to the divine, give to the leader, give to anybody with the thought of the greater fragrance inside you. That is what I always say to people. What you want to give it in right quality, with the right intention, to the right place, and it multiplies in you. No matter like how much or how, right? The thought itself, you grow as per your expansion. I don't say that a rat can become an elephant, but a small rat can become a good stout rat. So from your nature, how much you can expand in this evolution, that much you will really achieve. So Tritiya is always a day of growth, abundance, knowledge, whichever you want. That's why ancient Indians had this knowledge. They say that 16th Sampat you want to get, which covers everything. So I also wish every one of you grow and prosper in abundance. Richness. I do not want the money part to grow in you. I want the wealth part to grow in you all. It's
The
not
money
about the
will
money, it's
follow.
about the wealth. Because I have seen many people, they have crores in their account balance, but to spend for an apple vendor, they fight for 10 rupees and they don't buy and go wasting their BPs, increasing their BPs and wasting their pranas. So it's not that. Let the wealth, real wealth grow in you all. Stays.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi. That was
Thank you, Tanushree.
really very insightful talk, and the pearls of wisdom that comes from you. I always love listening to Lakshmi. She has a very and I love the examples that she gives. She gives you her everyday life examples, which really hits you, and then you really think about it. You know, how am I been doing the same thing in my life? And thank you so much, Lakshmi, for being here. Anyone has any questions or queries to ask Lakshmi in context with the topic that she spoke?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
So,
Shalini.
yes, ma'am, you were talking about Gotras, right? Vishnu Gotra, I'll connect your energy with. So people are talking about your previous life karma and you're born to repay it, and everything is already in fate. So what is about free will and Gotra, and is it connected or is it
I'll answer very short, but this actually needs a detailed explanation. You can connect with me via Tanushree also, but now I'll answer shorter. Actually, we are not born to repay. If always we are repaying, then when will we get it? No, right? We are not born to repay. We are born to have certain kind of experiences, which we decided to have. So what is free will? What is fate, destiny? I'll give you with a small example so that you can understand. I used to explain my students with the jaw of the mouth. If you could see, the upper jaw is fixed, but the down jaw is not. Right? If I want to put a big sugar cane in my mouth, I adjust my down jaw down a little bit more to fit inside. Whereas for a biscuit, I need not move up. Similarly, the faith or the destiny, what it is destined is your upper jaw. Your free will and other things is like your down jaw. With the adjustment of this, but still being this fixed, you can still make changes. That's what in astrology predictions, we used to give some kind of, yeah, like loopholes in the law you have, right? Like that in astrology also, they have. This Kshetra can do. Can it completely change? No. What can happen is what you want to experience in the real time. It can also happen in the dream because experience is an experience, right? So that much powerful mantras are there. I can also give an accurate thing. When Nehruji was in Rome, he went to Swamiji, Sri Swamiji in MP and said he want to stop the war. Is there anything possible? He said that a Dhumavati Stapana has to take place and this many of priest has to do the Stapana of it. But when I do that, after a year I will pass away. And he did that. The day it was installed, the war got stopped, and after a year he also passed away. So what does it mean is the energy
Nehru
exchange,
passed away?
not Nehru.
Nehru passed away.
No. The Swamiji who did
The
it,
free.
the priest who did it, because he was the one who was trying to change those things, right? Yes. So it's like a karmic bank of account. It's full of transactions. Today I'm giving you, tomorrow I may receive from you. Right? Why in this universe only for this particular people we are giving and getting the transaction? This. So karma can be changed or even nullified with the parihars and other things also. What gives you a clue of the fate? Using astrology, you can do it. Using human design also, we can do it. Some otherwise, I'm not believing any of this. Just observe you. What you have done in the past made you sit here today. What you are doing now is going to preserve a seat for you in the future. It's as simple as that. The Kotra contains the lineage, what type of body you have, material, the genetic, everything, right? The energy you're carrying, what kind of energy, creation energy, transformational energy, or protective energy. It's more of that. So the Kotra determines that with which type of energy you are born with. That's it.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. I'll connect with
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you so much, and thank you for asking that question. Thank you, Lakshmi, for answering
Thank
it.
you.
Um, so, anyone else has any queries, any questions to ask, or should we move into the next part of the evening today? So, Lakshmi also runs Lakshya Vidya programs. Um, if anyone is interested, please get in touch with me. I'll put you in touch with her. She runs some excellent programs on monthly basis, and also she has different batches going on for different topics. So if you are interested, please get in touch with me. I'll put you in touch with her. Uh, now that we are done with understanding energy and mastering our inner selves, and not just mastering our outer self, let us get into the space of now doing the actual celebration and inviting our graduates today evening. I just want to take you through this small one slide where I want to show their journey, because it was a 6 month journey, not less, and they had committed themselves to come for this every session that we have done and participate wholeheartedly. So let's meet our graduates who traveled the 6 months journey together. The Conscious Energy Leadership Program began in November 2024, and it ended today, 30th April 2025. We had a lot of sessions, like every masterclass that we have. So the whole program was divided into every month. So there are 6 months, 2 months each was each level. And in each level, every month we meet in the first session to have a masterclass to understand some concepts around energy. And the last session used to be a one-on-one. So this was a hybrid session where we had both group and one-on-one sessions. Uh, as we went through each month, trying to go under the water and trying to understand our motivations, our essence of who we truly are, and what is it that is impacting our self-worth. We we got into a lot of discussions, did a lot of worksheets and a lot of programs, in which we started revealing parts of us and working deeper in those parts. So let me begin this graduation by inviting each of these three participants. Each of the participants had spent uh, time from their active working time, and dedicating this time for self mastery, for self development, and to grow not just their personality but that energy in which they can exude and work towards their goals and their bigger aspirations that they had. So I'll invite Celine Thomas. Um, Congratulations, Celine. I have to put you on spotlight. 1 second. Yes, Celine is on spotlight, and I also have to start a very nice celebration music, because without it, um मजा नहीं आएगा, है ना?
without ad breaks. You can also play your favorite
Okay, so
albums
let's
in
start
any
with the
order
ad
with
on
unlimited skips and
Spotify.
repeats. Tap the banner to learn more.
Congratulations, Celine,
Thank
for
you so
taking
much.
proactive
Awesome.
for taking proactive leadership for this 6 months is not a small amount of time. I know you had a lot of challenges. You really took time to, join in those evening sessions that we used to have every Thursday. And, though there are a lot of things that you wanted to work on, I want you to share something that was a breakthrough for you. What did you come in for, and what did you achieve in this session?
Uh, Thank you very much, Tanushree, for this platform and giving me an opportunity and recognizing the entire journey that I've had with you and with the other participants in this program. And I really am grateful that you've put such a lovely picture of mine. You have to forward it back to me again. I don't know where it is. So, uh, to begin with, I didn't have any clear goals when I joined TCEL, the Conscious Energy Leadership Program. I realized that I was not optimizing my energy and spreading myself quite thin, and then not getting the proper results also. So I realized it was a time at which I had to really do something about it. And this was a time wherein initially in the first 2 months, um, I had taken up a lot of mandates, a lot of signed up with a lot of things, assignments and projects, and I was not able to fully participate in any of them, and therefore I was not getting the kind of outcome and the result that I wanted. So one of the things that I cherish, that I take away from this entire journey, is not to carry the guilt of taking rest, you know, because that was one thing I was denying myself a lot, and also learning how to optimize and prioritize on a day-to-day basis what is important for me, and more importantly realizing and analyzing that based on my personality, because there is an assessment program that is a part of this particular journey that we all have to take part in, and that revealed that I have a very distinct personality, and based on that, the way how I manage my day-to-day energy is also very different from others. So that really helped me in identifying and not carrying the guilt of giving myself that many hours in a day, in centering myself and ensuring that I have that much energy to recharge myself, and also to come up with those practices that will help me in ensuring that I can be more productive and I can make the most out of whatever I sign up for. So, couple of practices that I inculcated in this journey is one of them is to listen to certain chants, more particularly being Vishnu Sahasranamam in the morning and Lalita Sahasranamam in the evening, and the salt water baths, and doing breath work and some meditative and prayer practices on a daily basis. Uh, One thing I had to be mindful of is that all of this would take time in a day. So I had to figure out how to allocate time for this. And initially, I was a little reluctant and the practices were not continuous. But over a period of time, as I could start seeing the benefit of it in terms of the weight of the emotions being slowly um, getting lifted or removed, I figured out there was a lot of time, you know, and now it has become a daily practice. It is not a chore that I have to somehow get done with. It is more something that I look forward to. I've also managed to bring in certain practices like in the form of an exercise that I do every alternate day. One is yoga and the other is walking. On every alternate day. One day I do yoga, the other day I go for a walk. So those are the practices which I have inculcated, and many of them I have been struggling with over several years, some over a decade also. Another thing that I was struggling with was to get up in the morning on time, consistently. And I realized that there were certain activities I had to do in the evening, which ensured that I wind down and prepare myself not only for the night but also the next day. And these are the practices which are going to be with me, and I want to follow it because it has given me such great results, in the sense more of enhanced performance and a lot of clarity and more focus. More importantly, I have also figured out ways on how to be more aware of what are the emotions and the energies that are around me, and how easily many of us are very susceptible for it, and how we unknowingly absorb it as well. So I guess one of the things that I realized is how to intercept that or interject that, so that we don't absorb the other energies, but figure out way how to process them and help them. Because in my practice as a legal practitioner, as an advocate, I come across people with different energies, and most of the time, people approach an advocate only when they are in trouble. So I have to have tools with me, and this program has gifted me with those tools, and I'm grateful for that. Without taking much time, I just want to thank Tanushree and Simply Mindful and all the supporting platforms that has ensured that I could sign up for this program. And I hope to continue to remain connected to Tanushree and all of us here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Celine. And Celine is a legal professional, and uh, just understand that, the amount of people that she meets, the amount of stories that she has to listen, they are not really very uh, enchanting stories. They are really very difficult stories to handle. Even as a coach, I might not be going through so much as Celine must be listening to these people and the crime and the criminals around her. So, thank you so much, Celine, for sharing how it has brought such a big difference. What looks simple, as in I want to do a walk every day, or I want to do yoga every day, or getting up early in the morning at the same time so that I have time for myself, might look so simple on the surface, but it makes a huge difference for a person when they are able to practice it every day. And that itself, so I'm not doing any magic here. I believe in miracles, but I don't believe in magic. And miracles happen when you allow yourself to experience that miracle. That is what I think, Celine. It's a huge round of applause, Celine. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you have to pat your back. I would have hugged you if you are here, but pat your back on my behalf for going through this whole journey. So the next in line is Nitika Gupta. Nitika Gupta is a senior executive professional, and today is a special day for Nitika, I think. Nitika will tell it herself. She is a senior professional who went on a sabbatical during her when her children were born, and post that she again came back into the job market, and she started working. And I think for the last 5 years, she's done brilliantly well for herself. And today is a special day for both me and her. For me, because she completed this journey and is beginning on a new journey. And for her, she will tell it herself. So here is it, Nitika, for you. And I have to start the celebration
Yeah.
music for this.
Thank you, Tanushree. Thank you, everyone. Uh, yeah, so I have a lot of many years of my career, but it is filled with a lot of breaks. And Tanushree has made me realize that those breaks were actually stepping stones. Last 5 years, I have been part of a company at a leadership level, and I am starting another journey. Like today is my last day there, and I'm starting another journey. So last 6 months have been wonderful with Tanushree, this journey of TCEL, Tanushree, and of course my batchmates Celine and Siley. Uh, so let me just tell you that when I entered the course, I was a bit apprehensive. I was the only, in fact, the major attraction was talking to Tanushree once a month, that I get to talk to her, because it's always wonderful talking to her and listening to a very unbiased opinion about whatever I am going through. So that was that was why I entered the program. But then it turned out to be much more than that. And I used to think that, I don't know what energy is and how energy can help. And so those were just like terminologies which I had read and heard somewhere. But I think these 6 months have actually made me not only understand the importance, but also feel it, how it works, how Tanushree has been able to uncover certain things about which I have understood about myself. I think especially the Enneagram exercise, that is nothing that is like a mirror which shows you that why you are who you are. Okay. And it tells you that not only that, it just doesn't give you that what it is, who you are, but also how you can use it to your benefit, and how you can change yourself, tweak yourself a bit where it is possible, considering your basic personality. So that has helped me. I think I have told Tanushri multiple times also that I used to be very hard on myself. So I'm a bit kinder to myself, and I'm trying to, understand that, okay, why I act in a certain way, and what is the best way to do it. And it's okay. Like in most of the situations, it's okay. So I'll not take much time. I would say to conclude is that this journey has been wonderful, and some of the activities which we have done. Earlier, I used to feel that these activities may not help, but very small activities like saboteurs and the river exercise, the open door, shut door exercises, they are just, they hardly take 10 minutes, 15 minutes of uh, introspecting. But when you come out of it, they bring a change. They bring a change in how you look at things. So so I have really loved those exercises which we have done throughout this journey. And initially I was not very comfortable that, okay, I don't know what they will do, but gradually I started enjoying them so much. I was like looking forward to more exercises, and I never took a printout or anything. I used to write in my journal book with colored pens, and there only I used to answer them also. And I, what I intend to do is that uh, in future I'm going to use them again and again for different stages, because life keeps changing and new challenges keep coming. So they are going to help me, I'm sure, to understand, because the answers lie within. That's what I have realized. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Brilliantly summed, Nitika. We have so many phases going on, and we don't know when what will come into picture and what will help us at what time. And congratulations to you again. And pat your back. I would have hugged you, like I said to Celine, I would have hugged you if you're here. But congratulations on stepping up for yourself, not putting yourself in the last and waiting for things to happen. Um, Nitika is a very kind-hearted soul. So for her, saying a no doesn't come very easy. And I've seen her coming to a space where she has allowed herself to do things that she wouldn't have otherwise allowed herself to do earlier. In the sense that her earlier biases, or the mindset that she had about, let us have peace, let it be that, let there be no conflicts. And for that matter, I would step back. Today, Nitika is thinking very differently, and I know she is working on creating her own venture and building her own venture. Welcome to entrepreneurship. It will happen soon, but I know that with the uh, renewed sense of uh, the urgency that you've created for yourself now, Nitika, the path that is going to unfold ahead is going to be beautiful. Congratulations and all the best wishes for your new path. Now let's move to our third but not last uh, participant, Siley Panther. Siley, yes. So Siley is an entrepreneur, and she she's a very creative person. So whenever I tell her this, she says that no, I don't know what creativity you're talking about, but I always felt she's a very creative person. The way she thinks, the way she puts her expression out is very different from the way I've seen most of the other people speaking or talking. And I find that very distinct about her. And Siley, so let us welcome you with our congratulations for completing the 6 month program TCEL Cohort-2. And this is not the end, this is the beginning for a lot more things that you aspire. I know Siley's aspirations are very high. and she has a lot of ideas coming. The only thing that she needs to do now going forward is to act on them and work on them. And we are sure to see you high flying. And maybe I'll have to come and take your autograph sometime and say that, she is a very busy person. I need to meet her now or take appointment. Saili, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Tanu, so much for that wonderful introduction. And I just want to say, तुम्हारे मुंह में घी शक्कर. So,
Always.
so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try to be very brief today because that's something that I've been working on anyways. And I would like to present a sort of a contrasting picture, like a before and after. So it's going to be a story and a journey that I just want to take you through, but briefly. So to give a bit of a background context, some years ago, around like 2020, I had a personal crisis. As much as it was a culmination of many happenings prior to that, but it was also a beginning of a turning point. Post that, I got into a path of recovery and healing, but I felt very alone on this journey. And I was mostly relying on literature, social media content for navigating this journey. In 2022-23, I met Tanushree as part of the IMB Women Startup Program of NSRCL, and I became familiar with her work. So I connected with her as part of some of her offerings she was having at that point of time, like meditation and some other self-awareness calls that she was doing. I also had some conversations with her on healing, on the concept of healing when we met offline. And I realized very quickly that she was one of those rare people in this domain who could understand what I was saying and the solutions that I was actually striving for, especially in India. And what I mean by this is, Tanushree touched upon this in her opening statements when she mentioned mental health and the way that we look at mental health in this country. It's we sort of compartmentalize certain states or experiences or behavioral responses or reactions that people give in terms of disorders. There's depression, there's anxiety, and there's a whole lot of other things. But honestly, I realized that this doesn't really help. Um, especially when you are having this complex sense, feelings, experiences of a lot of different things. So it cannot just be one disorder that you can compartmentalize it in. It comes from a lot of things, especially, the experiences that you've had right from your childhood, what you have gathered over the years, and the way that you do your best with the knowledge that you have. So talking to counselors or going to therapists and things like that, I think I had tried it in some way or the other, but it wasn't really working. It felt like these people don't really get me. So it was a blessing when I came across Tanushree because it could she could really understand what I was saying. And last year she introduced me to the TCEL program and she explained to me what I could expect and gain from it. So after navigating this journey mostly alone, and it felt more like two steps backward forwards and one step backward. I felt that this could be another crucial turning point for me, where I could get what I needed. I saw that as a sign. I saw that as a sign that probably the universe was sending towards me, and it was something that I needed to heed to. So, what I needed really was guided support on the journey, and I felt like the universe has sort of sent it to me through this program. So, I signed up to be in the cohort, and I could foresee very quickly that how every little activity that we were doing was going to contribute to become our better and higher versions of ourselves. And I resonate, and I have experienced it in a great deal, in line with what Tanushree mentioned in her opening statements, her version, her introduction to the program. So these activities, practices, or tools, like, they allowed me to channelize my awareness uh, that could be made good use. So I also got to understand myself better, and the work started from the point that I was at that point of time in my life journey. and accepting it, knowing it, that it was okay. It was okay to be wherever you are, whatever you had, whatever you did have. She gave us very simple yet very effective tools. With that, I was able to build good habits, let go of patterns that didn't or don't serve me, and truly prioritize myself. That I really felt like, yes, that was a mission to strive for, to prioritize yourself and to work on yourself. I felt like I had validation, and isn't validation something that we all strive for? Every phase of this program was really more exciting than the previous. Uh, yes, there were challenges too, but Tanushree was very supportive, very committed, and invested in my journey. Something that I felt I never really had, and that gave me a lot of confidence to take on those challenges, move forward. Today, I still find challenges, but I don't find anything impossible or crippling. I'm also more aware of my limitations, but I also know that they are not permanent and they can be worked on, phased out. The best part of this program, energy management, it's a very important part of this program, as Tanu has already touched upon it. Also, LakshmiPriya spoke about it. And one of the things that I resonated with what she spoke about in terms of energy was she defined energy as spiritual energy. So, someone who already always had that bent of mind, this program really, fitted well with what I needed to do. So being part of the program, it made me feel that I was handled and I was getting groomed on the use of a tool or a weapon, you could say, that everybody, all of us have, but then, nobody seems to know that it really exists. So I got a completely new perspective of looking at life, its challenges, tackling those challenges. And this was one of the most exciting parts of the program. For example, I was able to handle some personal and family issues with a lot more great clarity and more effectiveness without, having to get completely overwhelmed by it. And after I implemented some changes in myself using these tools of energy management, I learned a lot about my place in any dynamic, whether it be family or social, and how I could control that to my benefit and attain peace. So without having to get steamrolled by constructs like my relationship with people in that dynamic, or how dependent or codependent it was in terms of what I was getting and what I had to give and what they were getting. So I started to look at everything in the last few months from the perspective of energy, which was very refreshing. To have known the mastery of this invisible force has given me a new perspective towards looking at life overall and turning a new page in it. And I look forward to more breakthroughs using this knowledge and tools. And my deepest gratitude to Tanushree for enabling me to do so and do so much more. Thank you so much for everything, Tanushree.
You are heartily welcome. And you can, like I said, this is not the end. We are always there. This is the beginning of a new journey and the support that you require, and all the participants, what you require. Whatever is possible in my power, I will do everything. And I am invested in everyone's journey as much as at some point of time somebody was invested in my journey when I was going through a burnout and stress. And I think that is the motivation that I have, that we don't need too many people. We just need that one person to believe in us and validate that, yes, there is nothing wrong here and there's no problem doing what we are doing. Uh, Thank you, Saili, for that very deep and heartfelt feedback from you. And uh, for all the three participants, this is a new journey. Do not make it an old journey again by bringing out the old patterns. I know for a fact that you all are most aware now that you don't want that to happen, and you will move forward. I would also like to call somebody from cohort 1, who I think Deepa was there and she left because she had a meeting. But Suresh is here, and I'd really like to invite Suresh from cohort 1 and what was his experience. And they were the guinea pigs of my first batch, and they helped me to refine the program a lot too. So, Suresh, would you like to share two words about
Yeah,
how the
yeah, you can hear me?
yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Firstly, good evening to everyone and especially the graduates. Um, sometimes it's like this, in corporate. So, okay, I'll little bit tell brief about myself first. So, I'm Suresh. Maybe some of you don't know me, but I'm also a husband of Tanushree, and
My best half.
she is my coach. To be frank, so when it is in that setup, then it is that setup. So I am been in the corporate world for close to 25 years now, and still surviving. And I work in the IT industry as a director of engineering. So yeah, that is brief about myself, and yeah, congratulations to all the graduates. And I'll tell you why this congratulations and what it means. But before that, very warm good evening to LakshmiPriya ma'am. It's so nice to see you, and I still want to have session with you, which you are not giving. But this time I will force you to do that. I'm okay to do the kids session also because it still makes a lot of sense when you talk about certain values and certain things. Having said that, at every juncture of career, I have seen that when we face hurdles in the corporate life, there is not many people there whom you can go and approach and talk to them wholeheartedly, and kind of believe in them that they are going to help you out in that situation. And that's where I realized that I needed a coach. And Tanushree was not the first coach. There was another person who actually coached both of us, and that was the turning point for me. That okay, there is something like this which is available, and we should take full advantage of that. And we don't need to figure out everything by ourselves. That doesn't make sense. It only takes more time, and it gives you more pain. If there is a better way out, I'm not telling shortcut, but if there is somebody who is non-biased and who is listening to you and can ask the right questions for you to come out with your own answers. She has never helped me to give even one answer till today, for my few sessions which I've had with her, which are breakthroughs in my life, in my corporate. She never answered everything. The answer came from within, but she had the right questions, and she had that patience to listen to me, to for me first to vent out, and then to come out with the real problem, and then to lead me to that. And during our program, it's fun, it's also a lot of fun because it happens very early in the morning, especially the nights where it is late for me, and early morning at 6:30 is when the session happens. But the beginning of the session itself is with small meditation and centering. That kind of on a Saturday morning helps me build the whole day for me. And we have had multiple sessions where in terms of it is be it the dashboard kind of thing which we do every month, to go through our own intentions and how monthly goals we need to set, and in terms of how to achieve that, be it that, or be it some sessions like paths to presence, where knowing myself better based on, like some of you said, right, the enneagram, it helps you know who you are, but it also helps you understand your personality, and based on that how to navigate is very very important, especially me being a type 8, and being a more control kind of person, how to let go, that I've learned only once I realized that that is what I was holding to, and it kind of gives me a lot of freedom on that. The vision crafting, which is very important, I think all of you should do that. And when you look at it on a regular basis, you exactly can know where you are. And what I used to do before is, yes, vision crafting, we have learned a lot in a lot of corporates. We do it and then we forget it, but in this case every month we have to reflect on that. And when you look at it, and when things are not moving, you feel that you have to do something, and when things are working out, you are very grateful about it. A lot of times we don't look at our achievements. We only look at what we have to achieve and what we are cribbing about. But if you look at the past few years, you have achieved so much. So you should actually appreciate on that, and have gratitude towards that. So yeah, these were the things I wanted to say. It is always fun to be in that group. And yeah, you tend to discover yourself the same time when others talk about certain topics. that perspective helps you broaden your perspective as well. So thank you, Tanushree, for that.
Thank you so much, Suresh, for that unfiltered, uh, experience that you had. And yes, he's my best half. And what he said about me as a coach is not the me as his wife. Okay, so that is what he spoke about me as a coach. That I that I ask all the questions and the answers come from them. Uh, but on a serious note, uh, I just want to thank every participant here because you feel that I have brought in a lot of uh, shift for you. I humbly and gracefully receive that love that you are sharing with me. But I also want to share that uh, it has come. No class can teach you what people can teach you. And when I'm with you, I learn more than what any class can theoretically teach me. And I think for that, I have to thank each one of you for being open and comfortable and creating that space with me. And also feeling that I have created a psychologically safe space for you all. Thank you so much for that. Uh, Going forward to this evening, I'm really loving the vibes that is right now. A lot of happiness and joy. I would like to share what is coming up after this. Uh, the cohort 1 and 2 went brilliantly well. Cohort 3 is where I'm looking at uh, some more um, some more interesting profiles coming in. And the journey with these TCEL participants do not end with the 6-month journey. They have an option of joining our Conscious Energy Leaders Club called as a Visionary Circle, which is a subscription-based space where we still meet every month twice, and we still work on um, upgrading and going into the next level and not stopping where we have arrived right now. So that is a little bit about the visionary circle. But what I want to share with you and uh, announce here is the exclusive launch of our cohort 3. And the cohort 3 begins June 5th of 2025. That is a month later. And this is the cohort that I'm looking forward to. Whoever has completed the journey, please do share this with your friends. We have 3 modules for 6 months. Like I mentioned, there is module 1 for 2 months, which is trying to understand what your personal energy systems are, what is the awareness techniques that you can use, and the move to, so that is the Pathfinders level. The second is where we enter into navigating the difficult alleys of energy. And the module 3 is the energy visionaries phase where you actually craft your own actions, your own action plan. You understand your energy map and craft your own action plan. So these are the 3 modules that goes through 6 months. The duration, how we go through it is every month we have 2 sessions, one masterclass and one one-on-one coaching session. So this is the only program that gives you a hybrid option of a group energy and a one-on-one coaching session, because I believe that every person has a unique set of challenges that they come with, and they cannot completely take it generically from a masterclass. Masterclass is to give a common platform to understand certain concepts, but one-on-one session is where the actual miracle happens. There will be 6 masterclasses in 6 months and 6 one-on-one sessions. I have not tried to, uh, you know, reduce any number of one-on-ones. Most of the other sessions, leadership programs that are going on in the market do not give this kind of a, and that is the reason why I keep very less numbers in this cohort. There are weekly online reviews through activities and trackers. Accountability partnership is there. You also get membership to our Simply Mindful group and the certificate of completion as you saw today. Everyone kept telling about an enneagram or an assessment. So this is the assessment that we have. It's a professional enneagram assessment report, which is a 44-page extensive report that explores various themes around leadership, that is communication, conflict management, decision making, and it is used widely in business and corporate environments. This is like a horoscope for you. You don't need anything after this. Your professional development roadmap, your personal development roadmap, and everything that you want to work through can be created through this assessment. And it, like other personality assessments, boxes you within a certain framework that you are this kind of a person and these are your strengths and these are your weaknesses. This Enneagram assessment actually unboxes you and allows you to access other personalities, higher energy, personality traits that can help you to move forward and not keep you stuck in the same place. So, who you are, what you are, why you are doing the things that you're doing, all these answers you will get it through this assessment report. So, like I mentioned, the June 5th is the beginning of this cohort. We'll be closing the registrations on 20th May because I need 10 days to process everything. And you have to take an assessment before you begin this program. So I give that 10 days. And 5th June is where we begin. The monthly masterclass happens on the first Thursday of every month. Recordings will be available, but the best is to actually be live in those sessions. And one-on-ones happens on the last week of the month. What are the bonuses that I offer? Whatever activities we are doing, I offer this as a complete workbook at the end of the program. You get a 44-page professional report, like I mentioned, it's an Enneagram report, a free copy of my book, and an entry into any of the workshops that I'll be holding at that time. You will get a free entry in any of the online workshops that I'm having. The energy exchange for this, coming to the main point, because there is a lot of work that takes place to create content, to create this, to design this whole program. And hence, there are spaces where I cannot reduce the amount. But this is the actual price of this program, 85,000. But I don't like this marketing gimmicks of saying that, oh, this is this and this is what I'm offering. But genuinely from my heart, as an early access participant, and this I had offered to everyone. As an early access participant, I will offer you a launch offer which is open till 5th May 2025, and that is the amount of 69,999. You can ask any of these participants, they have paid the same amount, they have taken the early access offer, and they have started this program. If there is any challenge that you face, please get in touch with me directly. Let us discuss. The website for this is, I will share the link in the chat. And what you can do is, if you are okay with beginning, I mean, if you are interested in doing this, there is a small amount that you can pay and block your seat so that you can use the early launch uh, offer, and then we can get on a one-on-one call, and you can then do the rest of the payment. So you're not obligated to do the whole payment one shot. So the link I have shared it in the chat. You can go through the link to go through more details of this program. And if you have any queries or if you want to speak to me directly, you can please ping me. You all have my connect. I'm there on the community on Simply Mindful. Just connect with me from there on and we'll take it ahead. I would like to ask some of the participants who are not participants of the program or have come here for the first time. Do you want to share anything about what we have done or what you have spoken? Any thoughts about what this celebration means to you? I understand there was no context because you are not part of the program, but you have graciously come and spent your time. Is there anything that you want to take back from this session today?
So the first thing I attended is because I love Tanushree. So for her, I joined. I was at the temple, just leaving the temple. I saw, okay, it is 6:30. We will log in, then we will just attend the puja. How that wasn't. That's why I turned on my camera late. And second thing, I personally love learn about energy to meditation, manifestation. I improvise on myself, but never took a paid session, to be very honest. But I get into whatever comes on in my way, free to learn and to see. So all those three people, even though it is a very tiny batch, I would say, but the feedback or the experience they shared is very personal, because I saw Sayali in a very different state a year back, and she was completely silent. I'm happy that she spoke very well today, and she's in a different space now. So I'm very, very happy for her, and I'm very, very happy that Sanu helped her to do it. So I wanted to see, like, yeah, at this point of time, I may not pay and take the session and experience it, but I wanted to see your growth, and I wanted to see how you impact people. But I personally know you do a lot. So that's why I'm here, and I learned a lot, especially from the keynote speaker. It gave a clarification, and I also hit hooked into one of my confusion. So I'll come to that later with a personal message. But overall, I loved it, and especially a great, great applause to your spouse, because it is, I personally believe, women shine a lot when they have a supporting men, not behind, but they should stand shoulder to shoulder. Either it is a father, brother, friend, your lover, or your spouse, your grandfather, anyone. A strong man or a strong woman, shoulder to shoulder. So he become a guinea pig. So I'm very happy for you, sir. You gave the opportunity to her to grow. So it was very lovely and surprise for me. I'm very, very happy on that too. All the way to go. Let your third batch bloom, and let you bring more people, more enlightenment. Thank you.
Thank you, Shalini, for that really very warm response. And yes, the masculine feminine energies plays in our house a lot with the team supporting me, and vice versa. And like you said, a woman is strong with a strong man, and a man is strong with a strong woman, shoulder to shoulder with them. And that is what is the balance that we are looking in our within us also. That masculine and that feminine playing that game, and also balancing each other out. And while they're playing, they're serious, and everything that is happening within us, we have to add the touch of humor, the touch of love, the touch of joy and peace within us. Thank you so much for sharing that. Anyone else wants to share? I'd like to close this session with I love this small poem, and I know it is time is up, but I'll just quickly go through this because this is a beautiful program, ending with a lot of gratitude. Thank you so much, Lakshmi Priya, for also being with us here. I always feel very supported when Lakshmi is here, and I really love her energy. And thank you for each of the participants, the earlier cohort participants, and some of the participants who just joined to support us. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear in that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light and not our darkness that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who you are not to be. You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel unsure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us, and it is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. As we let our own light shine, we consciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. There's a beautiful part of the poem by Marianne Williamson from her book Return to Love. And this is what I want all of you to carry with you, that your playing small does not serve the world. And as you are liberated from your own fear, your presence automatically liberates others. So go shine that light onto the entire world, and uh, fulfill all your aspirations. All the very best. Lots of love, light, and energy to every one of you. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thanks a lot, Tanushree, for the wonderful session. was nice
Thank
to
you so much.
be with you.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi. Thank you for
Thank
making
you.
time and joining in.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks a lot, LakshmiPriya. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us
you.
and celebrating us today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anu.
Thank you, Saidi. Thank you.